So, so we'll do the operation once again from beginning, right? So this is the dilation operation, right? Dilation operation. And so we have the kernel like this. We call the structuring element, right? Like this. And so I said, so we need to reflect this around the origin. So once we reflect this around the origin, we will get something like this, right? So we reflect this around this, you will get this, right?
Hello, Gamer.
So
Hello?
you will you will
Hello? Huh?
you will get this structuring element, right? So you will get this structuring element. Uh, yeah. So this is the structuring element, this one, right? So we will be given this structuring element and to apply on this image, okay? But what exactly will happen is this will be flipped and we'll be getting this and we have to apply this structuring element on the image. So I will draw this once again as I did earlier. In one stroke. And this is the origin. So I will move it around. Mistake, no? So okay, so we can move this. Now, what I did earlier, the mistake was I placed the structure. I looked at occasions where the structuring element overlaps with the image, and I color the entire image. But that's not the correct one. If you look at the definition, it says so you have to look at. So basically, the definition says so the output image is one at each location of the origin of the structuring element. So it's one each location of the origin. So we have to say the origin is what gets colored, right? The origin is what gets colored, not the entire structuring element. If the structuring element overlaps at least one valued pixel, right? So that's how it is. Okay. If the structuring element overlaps at least one valued pixel, uh, the origin of the structuring element, the yeah, I mean any pixel of the structuring element, the entire so only the origin will be colored, right? So it's a bit confusing, right? මෙච්චරයි තියෙන්නේ අපේ image එකත් එක්ක structuring element එකේ එක block එකක් හරි overlap වෙනවා නම් origin එක මේ හරි the output image is one at each location of the origin of the each location of can't I read this of the origin of the structuring element if the structuring element overlaps at least one value pixel, right? So that's the definition. So now we'll do that. So now here the origin itself gets overlapped. So what we do is we assign one only to the origin, right? Only to the origin. Now, in this case, the structuring element, one block of the structuring element overlaps with the image. In that case, we only mark the origin as one, right? Structuring element එක පොඩ්ඩක් හරි කොහේ හරි overlap කරන image එකත් එක්ක අපි origin එක color කරනවා. දැන් මෙතන origin එක overlap කරන image එකත් එක්ක ඒක origin එක 1 කරනවා. 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 1 करना 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 මෙතනදී මුළු image එකම overlap වෙනවා. sorry මුළු structuring element එකම overlap වෙන image එකත් එක්ක. already ඔක්කොම 1. හැබැයි අපි නිකන් දැනට අපිට මෙයා වෙන්න මෙතන 1 දාමු. මෙතනදී මේ blocks දෙක structuring element එකේ overlap වෙන image එකත් එක්ක. හැබැයි origin එක කොහොමත් 1 වෙනවා. issue ගන්න නැහැ. Now in this case once again මෙන්න මෙතන. Now this particular block gets overlapped with the image, so the origin is marked 1. Right? කොයි හරි තැනක image එකේ කොයි හරි තැනක structuring element එකේ pixel එකක් image එකේ pixel එකක් overlap වෙනවා නම් origin එක 1 වෙනවා. ඒ අවස්ථාවේ origin එක 1 වෙනවා. Right? We come back here. Once again, this is overlapping, origin is any1, right? So no worries there. Now here, once again, you can see the structuring element, both these pixels are being overlapped by the image, and then origin becomes 1. Okay. Here to same case, both this particular pixel gets overlapped with the image. So the origin becomes 1. And so in this case, no overlapping. But once again, if you come here, this pixel is being overlapped with the image, so the origin becomes 1. So you can see, so if we draw now the output image, the input image is this, right? The output image you can see has this additional, so I will so output image is, apart from this blue color, we have this source. You can see this is the input image. Now, apart from the input image, there's an additional part joined, right? So this is what the dilation operation means. So the image has been somewhat larger, right? Somewhat like dilated. Okay, that's the dilation operation. Understand? Any questions up to this point? Anything unclear? What we did was we took the kernel, the structuring element like this. We reflected that to this format. We kept on overlapping it with the, we have kept on like placing it on the image and checked for any occasions where any part of the structuring element overlapped with the image. And if for all these occasions where any part of the structuring element overlapped with the image, we colored the origin of the structuring element, right? That's what we did. So input image is this, output image is this, right? Is it clear? I hope it is. So now we'll do the erosion operation for the same image, right? So I will be using the same structuring element for erosion as well. That's erosion. This is the given structuring element. So what we do, we we actually reflect this once again, because this structuring element shape is not symmetrical, right? So we flip this, and then what we get is we get something like this, right? Yeah, this is the structuring element that we get once we flip this. Okay. Now what we do is we look back at the definition here. The definition says what? Definition says the output of erosion has a value 1 at each location of the origin of the structuring element, such that the structuring element overlaps only one value pixels of the input image. Here also it says uh, the value 1 is given to the origin of the structuring element, such that the structuring element overlaps only one value pixel. That means the entire structuring element has to overlap the image, right? The structuring element cannot have any element, any pixel that is outside of the image, right? Structuring element එකේ ඔක්කොම pixels ටික image එකත් එක්ක overlap වෙනවා නම් විතරයි, image එක කියලා කියන්නේ basically one pixels එක overlap වෙනවා නම් විතරයි මේ origin එක 1 කරන්න අපි, right? If not, everything is left as 0, right? That's the whole point. So now we'll do that. Yeah, once again. Give me a second. Right. So in this case, what we do is we place the structuring element, right? So yeah. So I want to move this up. Wait. So we keep the structuring element here. Now in this case, only one pixel is overlapping, right? See, no point. It says the entire structuring element has to be marked 0, right? Sorry, entire structuring element has to overlap the image. That's only when the origin of the structuring element is marked 1, right? Everything else is marked 0. This case also, no. There's only one location, if you look at this, there's only one location where the entire structuring element overlaps the image. So only this location, see? Only in this location, the structuring element is overlapped. So we mark 1 here. Now this is all right. There's no other scenario where the structuring element entirely overlaps the image. So this is the input image. The output image is what? It's just this. The output image is just this, right? Everything else is made 0. Right? You can see. Okay? Right. So I hope the erosion and the dilation operations are clear. Are those clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then that's fine. We can basically yeah. So if that's okay, now we can look at opening and closing. So before that, we will just do some coding and see. Right? So yeah, we'll go and open VS Code, but I'll have to download some images that suits this operation. So give me a second. Sorry, I haven't shared the screen now. So I got this, right? So I'm using two images, these two, this. Mm, yeah, yeah, don't worry, these are TIF images we'll see. Okay, so I will, so first up, what I'll do is I will import by SNP. And then I will import OpenCV, CV, and also from matplotlib, I will import pyplot, right? Pyplot as PLT. Okay, so first up, I will open one of these images. So I will open one of these images. I will use So, and I'm not sure this image type is supported. Give me a second. I will see if this image is okay. Uh, mm, that's what we have. So I hope that's okay. We'll see. So then I put the I am recolor here is to the color image. Mm, yeah. Then I will put an assertion error to see if the image is actually loaded. If not, we'll have to give the path again. Yeah, so on this, there's an assertion error. I will have to do the entire path. So, mm, but need to give the entire path. No, I haven't given this. Okay. Okay. Now it's fine, right? So you can give the relative. I have missed that. So now what we'll do is we'll create the structuring element. Let's see. So for to create the structuring element, what we'll do is we'll use this CV open CV function that is get structuring element. This one, get structuring element. So we'll use that function and we can define the structuring element as CV dot. So there are certain structuring elements that we can use. So inside this structuring element library, there's a lot of structuring elements. So we'll be using this morph cross uh, structuring element, right? You can see we will see the structuring element, right? I will print this and show it's a cross. It's a cross like this. So it's going to be a cross like this, right? It's going to be a cross like this. So so morph cross, and I have to define the size of this. It's going to be uh, 3 by 3. You can see here. You point this out. You can like go and read about this, right? Morph cross 3 by 3. So this I will come in this as structuring element E by 3. Okay. So I will show the structure element to you all. You can get an idea, right? We'll print the structuring element. So this is structure element. You can see the cross, right? See, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? It's a 3 by 3. So 3 by 3 doesn't mean that the cross is 3 by 3. It's you take a 3 by 3 numpy array, a 0 rows array, and put 1 as the cross, right? Okay, get it? So that's what we're doing. This is the structuring element that we're using, right? Now what I'll do is, so I will perform the structure, the dilation operation. So dilation operation. So I will name the output image. The output image is dilated. So I will use simple. It's very simple. What I do is I use the CV OpenC function dilate, and you know that in the morphological process we give two elements. See, we give the input binary image and the structuring element. So the input binary image is this, right? And we give the input binary image is the image IM, and the structuring element is this SC, the morph cross, right? SC. So once I do that, this basically is the dilation operation, right? Basically dilation operation. Okay. So at the same time, if you want, I can perform the erosion operation as well. So eroded will be the output image after the erosion operation. So it will simply cv dot OpenC function erode, right? And I will be giving the inputs to the system for the operation, that's the image, and the structuring element, that's SC. So this will be the erosion operation. What I can further do is now I can print them. So I will be using matplotlib pyplot function to print them. So I will use fig x and get the subclass, right? I'm using this to get the subclass so we can compare them. I hope my syntax is okay. So I will need, so in one column, 3 rows. Sorry, one row, 3 columns, right? One row, 3 columns. And then I will need to put the figure sizes we'll define, right? To make it put fig size, right? Fig size, no. Is it the function fig size? Fig size, I guess. Not sure. Something like say 16 by 48 sort of thing. Okay. And then we have to define our axis. So we are going to have 3 images. So we'll have x0. So we'll give for this, we'll use the IM show option to show our output image. IM show. Initially, we'll compare this with the original image, that is IM. So we are getting the color image here. So we had to do a CMap to gray. This is my only concern, whether this image format is okay for this. And next one will show instead of IM, we'll show dilated, right? And next to you show eroded, right? Now I will actually also at the same time set the titles. Zero will be the set title. This is original. Will be dilated. Eroded. If there's any errors, I'm not sure. There are some errors, right? Let's see what these errors are. Yeah. CV dot dilate. SRC, what is SRC? Only for dilation, if then overload resolution frame. The problem with the image. Some season after numerical tuple, right? So basically the function is not, the direct function is not running because of an error. See if morph one works, same issue comes. What this erase? Source is not recursive. I will check on this part. This erase. But the meeting will end in 2 minutes. So you can join in 5 minutes time so that I can figure out what. So join the meeting at around 2:58, right? I will start the meeting once again 2:58. So until then, I'll try to debug this issue.